Hello and welcome back to this playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. Well, I did the Winter Palace stuff, but in the very last part I had some recording problems. Um, so I would have needed to redo part of it anyway. And then I decided, well, there's some side quests that I have never completed. The secrets and the coins and Red Jenny stashes. And one of the things I found out about the secret is some of these circles you have to listen to multiple times. I guess you go away and you come back, and where they didn't work the first time or the second time or third, they might work the fourth or something like that. I didn't realize that. And also I used a Hala statue on this room outdoors, and I knew I shouldn't have, because there's this other room or area that you need to get in, you can get into, and apparently to complete these coin and secrets quests, you have to get into that area. And plus, it gives you more people to talk to, so it's good to go there. So I decided to just redo the whole thing, and then I started redoing it. And I decided to take Cole because I'd never taken Cole, and then it turns out Cole is not there. I guess he just shows up for combat. It's like, well, but that doesn't help me. I don't want Cole for combat. I wanted him for dialogue. So I need to redo it yet, or at least the first part, yet one more time. Also, the first time I did it, I took Iron Bull. Cassandra wasn't there at all, so I don't know. I didn't get a chance. I don't know if I get a chance to dance with Cassandra at the end or not. So I want to check that out. Who's doing what? Alright, so we found the contract and destroyed it.
Any news on rifts beyond reach of the Inquisition?
Yes, and it is not good.
Alright, so I did want to put Liliana on that.
Inquisitor.
And we rescued the Chantry sister. And this is measuring the veil. And Solus has found some large Fade Rift that we can go investigate in the hinterlands. And it's worth an awful lot of influence. That's good. We'll put Cullen on outfitting the crew. Give them heavy armor.
Inquisitor.
And let's see. What else we got?
If it was abandoned when we arrived, who named this place Skyhold?
Solus says it changed hands so many times, the original builders can't be traced. I read the House of Armitage once built a fortress in the vicinity 5 ages ago, but the records are lost.
Okay, I think Liliana may have a point there. So seldom does Liliana ask for a nonviolent solution. Hmm. Oh well, we'll try Josephine's route.
At your service.
Now I need to back out of here so that I can talk to Josephine. She's going to ask us to meet us in Val Royeaux, but I want to make sure I get that now so it doesn't interfere with the post-Winter Palace dialogue.
I must return to Val Royeaux to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
Okay, I will. But first, we have to go to the Winter Palace.
I have something for you.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala. The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds. Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but it seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
And take Sarah. I'm taking Cassandra to see if I can't dance with her at the end. And I've taken Bull just recently, Solus just recently, Cole just recently, and Cole is total disappointment. I'm gonna take Vivian. Vivian will be in her element.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Inquisitor Trevelyan, it is an honor to meet you at last. Bringing the rebel mages into the ranks of your army was a brilliant move. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. Prepared to shock the Assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
I knew we would get along famously, Inquisitor. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor? The mage? No, there must be some mistake.
From the Circle of Ostwick, so they say.
And we lose 10 points of approval. Oh, how terrible. Yeah, the first time I played this, I was going for that trophy. I got it on the Xbox, but I don't obviously have it on the PlayStation. So, and I did get it. I got 100% approval. So this time I don't have to worry about it.
Mika, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
I don't know how low. Does your approval have to go to 0 in order to be kicked out of the masquerade? And I think it's game over at that point if you do that. But at any rate, I do know you can get kicked out. So you do want to keep your approval up. A Canary Mage. Man, could you come here as a Canary Mage? Wow. You'd probably start out at 0.
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
Where is this circle? Where is this circle? Here it is, here it is.
Interesting.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
It must have been a misplaced prompt, I think. Alright, so there's the first of the secrets. And this western storage room I don't want to do, because it would eat up a hollow statue that I will need. Although actually, in reading, I read through the wiki, apparently you can come back from the royal apartments, as long as you don't meet Florian, you can come back. So maybe I can afford to open up that room down there, but we have to sacrifice something. Let's see, what would we sacrifice? I either go in there or don't. I am willing to sacrifice the goodies at the end. That's for sure. Would I sacrifice anything else? I mean, it's just loot. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I am not going to use this hollow statue. I'm gonna keep it.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like wicked grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer staring down Corypheus.
Might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Especially Sarah. Maybe tell her twice.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
The Forbidden Oasis. I think we should do some shard hunting when we get done with this. There are some in Empress de Lyon, and there are some in the Hissing Wastes.
Can Gaspar take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by force. If the Council won't recognize him, he'll march against them.
You need to have this jacket let out a little. You need to have this jacket let out a little.
Whatever.
This dress uniform is preposterous. Formal armor would have been better. The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A martyr? The Maker has an odd sense of humor.
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspar's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. It's such a pity the wing is sealed. I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated, but the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
Boring.
Is there any progress on the Helmi expedition to Amgarak?
Our states remain steadfast in blocking all attempts to get into the...
Waste of time.
What do I have to do to get you to work?
Boring.
I can hardly believe Gaspar and Celine.
Interesting. Good to know.
Okay, we got that one. That's good. All right, now, come
How
on.
can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace. It's obviously just a vestibule.
I'd call it more of an antechamber myself.
No one asked you.
Boring.
Oh, come on.
Why are there so many elves here?
The Empress invited them. Be polite.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
If nothing else, the Inquisition backing Gaspar
Well, that's useful.
Okay, finally. Yay!
Gaspar never struck me as pious. He must think he gains military advantage from the Inquisition.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lord Inquisitor Trevelyan of the Ostwick Circle of Magi. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the mage underground.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine. Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine. Her ladyship, my bulls each, of course. Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the 5th Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Now they're going to line up down over here. But, as we will see, you can actually see Liliana walk by here, but then she shows up back in that lineup over there.
Cousin.
There,
My
look,
dear
she's walking up the stairs.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
And she's back there.
Inquisitor.
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
No, we
Your
certainly
arrival
shall.
at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I'm delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
That'll be a little bit. I want to examine this ballroom here.
Tell me, Rivet, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything? Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always. Meaning she's after you to do more work. You always take her side. I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does, you might attend to more of the estate's duties. Also, do stop slouching.
Slouch.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this him? Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
There can never be too many Lady Montilliers in Thedas, can there?
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them. Where did you hear such nonsense? Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Of course, every word. especially the parts where everyone was nude.
I knew it!
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon. Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet? I must wait for my inspiration. And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and... Yvette, stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the... No. She once told the Duke of... Absolutely not. She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking. Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of... The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent. Yvette. Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Arroyo must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with apostates?
We just know that will end badly.
Crotchruck beats his squire. He's a she. As a bastard. Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but... Wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
Laurent was the love of my life. You remember my husband? Poor darling. Killed in a war with Ferelden.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
Oh my God, you realize I come from a noble family. Of course, we're marchers, and nobody in Orlais thinks we are.
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
I suppose the 7th player is her lover.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a son, a lover, a friend is not the same man who speaks for Andraste and leads the Inquisition. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Anything happening I should know?
Strange that I haven't seen much of Grand Duchess Florian. One could always find her clinging desperately to the Empress's skirts before.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband, Philippe, was thrown from his horse.
You must dance with me, Commander. You cannot stand about all evening.
I'm afraid not. Thank you. Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
You know, even Vivienne's not wearing a mask. It's weird.
You have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
I'll let you know at once if I do.
And Liliana's not wearing a mask. Both of those are experienced players in the game.
We'll talk later.
You'd think they would wear masks.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his regiment joined the fight.
Commander.
You're so handsome when you smile.
He is just as handsome when he does.
When my third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Rosalia, I swore off marriage forever.
Yeah, that didn't last long, did it?
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivienne was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
You think she's controlling the minds of the court? That's powerful blood magic.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Is this a foyer or a vestibule? I don't know.
This ball is a waste of time. like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
I don't suppose you'd like to dance, Lady Cassandra.
Now? This is hardly the time. We're here to find a killer, not dance.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support the civil war?
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
I think Cassandra may influence Max in which way to go here. I have never just let the assassination go through. But maybe that's what we do this time.
Leave us.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
And this says it's dedicated to the Grey Wardens. But it's lions. Why should it be lions? Shouldn't it be griffins?
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Yeah, we just did, Max.
I had no idea.
All right. Good.
Gaspard is wasted. Well, that's useful.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the Council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life, if not fight for his destiny?
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
This is the second person that mentions Florian's strange behavior.
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Another time, my lord.
Look at his bloodstains here.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked Tashib?
Well, well. What's this?
Immediate support. Court approval 60.
Did I see you talking to Duke Cyril de Montfort?
I was merely being polite. Unlike some people.
Don't give me that. I've seen the way he looks at you. This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Why do they do this? I don't know why they... Maybe they wanted... Because if you look at the map, of course, here's the ballroom right over here. So maybe they wanted to say why you couldn't just use that door. I don't know.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight? The Empress does.
Well, I think... I may have missed something, but we'll see.
My lord! My lord Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in his holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
It's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
as soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Good to know.
This is a private conversation.
Yes, I realize that. And I'm going to eavesdrop on it.
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
Oh,
If
yes.
they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Alright, that's cool. Here's a red Jenny stash. Not very good. And Sarah approves. Yeah, Sarah isn't liking me too much. That's okay, I can live with that.
Is that him? Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Oh, yes.
Did you need something?
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen.
Yay! It's kind of odd, this person just laying down and holding up their hands. And that's all we got. 3. Okay.
I didn't expect the Inquisitor to be so delightful.
Did we get this one or not? Okay, we got this one. I think what I'm going to do is end this episode here. I am going to consult the wiki and make sure there's nothing else on this level. Then in the next episode we will start out by going up there and poking around up there. But for now, have a nice day.